What up? It's your boy Nick Incredible Man, and yes, I am back at it again. And this is New Amsterdam Season 4, Episode 8, Paid in Full. And I just gotta say, man, have you ever just loved something and hated something at the same exact time? Let's talk about it, man.
Yo, fight until you make it, yo, don't think it, no, just take it. Don't wait for someone to break it, take control, then don't just take it. Hey, you can make it happen, you just gotta take some action. Take the ship and be the captain.
I had such high hopes for this episode. I didn't know how it was gonna go, but I had high hopes, thinking that we were gonna get some decent stuff. But it just shot down all my hopes and dreams and cares and emotions, and it just balled them all up and threw them in a corner and set it on fire. That's what this episode done. And then on the other hand, I had such a wonderful time watching this episode. I have such a strong love-hate relationship for this episode because it gave you all the stuff that you wanted, and then it just ripped it away. Like, don't give me something that I wanted and something that I'm enjoying and I'm having a blast with, to only just take it away moments later. Now, this episode revolved around the whole premise of the hospital being attacked in a cyber attack by Disco Bunny or something. That's what it was. And they wanted 10 million in cryptocurrency. Now, I've seen a lot of shows where the hospital has been hacked. Previously, the only thing that can come to my mind right at this moment is The Resident. And, a similar situation happened with this. And in that particular moment, when stuff started glitching out, when Max first, kind of clicked on that email and I saw things kind of glitch out with the computer, I was like, I know exactly how this is going to go. The hospital's going to get hacked and they're going to demand money. But while in the process, people are going to be having surgeries and stuff, and things are going to go wrong. And that's exactly what happened this entire episode. And it upset me because I can deal with all of that. And I knew that people are going to eventually be saved. I mean, these are some very competent doctors. Like, Floyd and Dr. Baptiste, they go hand in hand. They do good work. And we have Sharp and Dr. Cal. I love Dr. Cal. And, they both do good work. So I wasn't worried when these particular situations happened because of the hackers. But when you get this situation and we see that Veronica wants Max to sign this budget proposal and it's firing everybody. And we see at the beginning of the episode that, Bloom, Iggy, and Reynolds were worried about, they were trying to constantly think of a way to deal with Veronica. And the moments that I enjoyed was them talking about that. And we see that Bloom tried to sneak in there. He's like, oh, well, yeah, she's extorting me. Well, what the? I mean, our stuff is bad, but Bloom, why is she extorting you? Huh? Oh, probably because she found out I got money. You know that's not the reason why she's extorting you. But like, those moments was what I really loved and enjoyed about the episode. Them saving their patients. I enjoyed all of that. But Veronica brings up this proposal. She's trying to get Max to sign it. And Max isn't going to sign off on it. But she takes advantage. And I just don't understand why Max knows her. Max knows exactly who she is, what she's exactly about. So I don't know how he let this take over him, and I know he didn't really have much of a choice because they were trying to save the patients in the hospital. But you can't deal with her, man. You can't trust her. And he decided to trust her anyway because he was so super worried about the patients, and he was trying to save his friends at the same time. And at the end of the freaking episode, because she's trying to get him to sign it, and when she went there and mentioned about, well, I tried to convince him, and they say they might do it. Like, this whole thing, I don't see her working with the hackers, but like, she uses this moment and this opportunity to the best of her advantage, and she took control of it. And Max just didn't see that. Don't get me wrong. I love how Max cares about the patients and the people, but this is a moment where you should have been playing chess and Max was playing checkers. And Veronica took advantage of it, and Max didn't want to fire his friends, but she kind of just laid it all out bare that, Max, these people aren't your friends. They're your employees. So Max decided to save his friends, but got rid of so many other people in the process. I think it was 143 or 148. But of those 148, he got rid of Casey. He got rid of Dr. Baptiste. When him and Floyd were just deciding to team up and work hand in hand, And he got rid of Dr. Agnes Cal. And you guys, I love Dr. Cal. You guys love Dr. Cal. We all love Dr. Cal. And he got rid of Gladys. Gladys, I can't. Gladys is the glue that was holding Iggy together, because we see this episode, Iggy is still seeing patients, but he can't really navigate it that well. He doesn't hear the music. He doesn't have that spark, if you will. And this episode with the patient's files being corrupted and taken or whatever because of the hack, you know, it allowed him to have that one-on-one with a patient that's kind of similar to what he's going through. And that allowed Iggy to reach that patient, because, you know, he was suicidal for a moment. And it allowed Iggy to reach that patient and see some similarities within himself, and allowed him to kind of rekindle his flame, or that spark, if you will, for seeing patients again. And Gladys is the glue that holds Iggy together. And Casey was the glue that held Bloom together, even if though they had a falling out, because he found out that she kind of cheated and bribed the dean for Layla to be a part of the residency. Casey and Bloom have that connection. They're the glue of the ED. And Reynolds and Baptiste, you know, they go hand in hand. We seen them just go tag team this surgery this episode, and it was phenomenal. And then we see Dr. Cal stepping up, you know, just mollywhopping it, man. She was doing her job. She's the new head of neurology. She's doing her thing, you know, and she's telling Sharp that she doesn't want to be quite mentored by her, because she can't stand to have another mentor just up and leave. That kind of gut-wrenched her with Dr. Kapoor. But we see Dr. Cal stepping into her own, and Max just mollywhop. Now, I know he didn't have another choice. But I guarantee you, Bloom and everybody else would have preferred that he fired them instead of everybody else. Because, I don't know, man. That's what I'm saying about this episode. I love this episode, but I hated this episode at the exact same time, because Max upsets me. And I know you guys are going to say, well, you know what, he didn't really have much of a choice and any better options. This is true. Granted, I know that. But it's just, it was just a bad situation overall. And to be fair, man, I don't want to be mad at Max, but at this moment in particular, I'm mad at Max. I'm not saying he needs to give up his life and happiness with him and Sharp going to London, but I'm just saying, because of the way he handled this entire situation, just having a party on the roof and then telling everybody, well, we're leaving to London. The way he chose to handle it made this situation, it created this entire fiasco that we're dealing with now, because of the way he chose to handle everything. And I want Max to be happy. I want him to have that beautiful life. But you gotta do things. I mean, sure, it's your life. You can do it however you want to, but I'm saying you need to do it when you're in a position like that. You need to do it in an orderly fashion, because if you're not doing it in an orderly fashion, this is why we're in the situation that we're in now, dealing with Veronica having to fire 140 something people and getting rid of all of our friends. This episode got me heated, man. It's really messing with me, man. I think that's pretty much all that happened this episode. Like I said, I'm happy to see Iggy back seeing patients. I'm a little upset at Max. I don't blame him, but I'm a little upset with Max, man. And I'm sad to see all those people go, man. I don't know. I gotta go, man, because this is upsetting me talking about this episode. This your boy, Dick Incredible, man. Don't forget to smash the like button so you can't smash it anymore. Comment down below, and I'll be sure to respond to each and every one of them and subscribe, but only if you really want to, man. Peace out.
I cannot complain, because today, I'm doing my thing.